the JAMA Network.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Cantor. I'm an assistant attending epidemiologist at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics. I think it's important to document trends in prescription drug use among U.S. adults to both inform clinicians but also researchers. And while we have indication that prescription drug use continues to rise in the United States, much of this data is actually derived from expenditure data, pharmacy claims data, and it's not on the population level. And so we wanted to create a comprehensive, updated resource on prescription drug use among U.S. adults. To address this question, we use data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, a continuing survey conducted by the CDC. We use data on nearly 40,000 adults ages 20 and older, surveyed between 1999 and 2012. Participants completed an in-home interview, at which time a whole host of information was collected, including detailed data on prescription drug use. We observed an increase in prescription drug use over the study period, with 51% of all U.S. adults reporting any prescription drug use in 1999-2000, and 59% reporting any prescription drug use in 2011-12. And when we look at polypharmacy, as defined here by use of 5 or more prescription drugs, we saw an increase as well, with 8.2% of all adults reporting polypharmacy in 1999-2000 and 15% reporting polypharmacy in 2011-12. And this is particularly notable among older adults ages 65 and older, where we observed polypharmacy to increase from 24% to 39% in 2011-12. And when we look at these results, we might first think that this is attributable to the aging of the U.S. population. However, when we adjust for the changing age structure of the U.S. population, we found that these trends persisted, suggesting there are factors other than age driving the observed increase in prescription drug use. And when we look beyond overall drug use, and we look at specific drug classes of interest, such as antihypertensives, antihyperlipidemics, antidepressants, etc., we see increases in most but not all drug classes. We also see some increases in less commonly used drug classes, such as muscle relaxants. We looked at the most commonly used drugs in 2011-12, and we saw that the most commonly used drug was simvastatin, which was taken by nearly 8% of all U.S. adults aged 20 and older. So when we look beyond simvastatin and we look at the 10 most commonly used drugs today, we can see that most of these drugs are taken for conditions associated with cardiometabolic disease or obesity. And I think that this is particularly interesting in the context of today's obesity epidemic. We found that the greatest gains in prescription drug use actually occurred early in the study period, which I think is interesting as we think about what factors may or may not be driving the observed increase in prescription drug use. My co-authors and I tried to keep this paper broad, so that it would capture drug trends in a variety of classes that might be of interest to people in different specialties. And I hope that people will see these trends and think of ideas that might inform their own research moving forward.